Hello everybody. I am talking softly and moving as little as possible because my cat is here. He's on my lap. So this is going to be a very quiet video. And now he wants to leave. He left me. Can't believe you would do that. Buongiorno a tutti e benvenuti nel mio canale. Oggi parleremo dei verbi modali o dei verbi servili in italiano. Quindi se questo video vi interessa, anche senza il mio gatto, continuate a guardarlo. Alright, so now that my prince is gone, let's talk about modal verbs. The concept of a modal verb is very close to the concept of an auxiliary verb, which means it always goes together with another verb. Modal verbs in Italian are potere, volere, dovere, and sometimes also sapere. Apart from sapere, all the three other verbs are also called verbi servili. One thing about the conjugation of the modal verbs in Italian is that they are irregular because they are used very, very often. We are going to go through the conjugation of each of them at the present tense. As we can see, potere, volere, and dovere are all part of the second group, the group of verbs that end in ere. Potere means can or may. Dovere we saw in a past video that I'm going to link down below. It means have to, must, need, and so on and so forth. And volere means to want. And then the fourth one that I added as a bonus is sapere, that means to know but also can. Potere is conjugated this way. Io posso, tu puoi, lui o lei può, noi possiamo, voi potete, loro possono. Volere is io voglio, tu vuoi, lui, lei vuole, noi vogliamo, voi volete, loro vogliono. Dovere, that is io devo, tu devi, lui deve, noi dobbiamo, voi dovete, loro devono. These are the three conjugations. As you can see, they are pretty irregular, if I have to say. So the thing that I absolutely suggest you do is go and learn the whole conjugation by heart. As I said, the modal verbs are always followed by a verb, but not any verb. They are followed by a verb at the infinitive form. So to give you an example, io posso uscire da scuola prima oggi. So what I'm doing is I'm conjugating the modal verb, but I am adding some meaning to the first verb by adding the infinitive. Io so parlare il francese. I can speak French. The verb sapere can also be used on its own independently without having the function of a modal verb. As for volere, I could say voglio mangiare un gelato. Or, more simply, voglio un gelato. So, volere is the one that can be used both with a verb and with a noun. As for dovere, so to have to, must, and so on and so forth, we could say devo andare in banca più tardi. I have to, I must go to the bank later. When we are talking about volere, though, especially when you are making a request, I would suggest you use the conditional form and not the indicative, because voglio is perceived as very strong. If you say vorrei, I would like, it's a lot gentler and nicer. So, things I want to touch on. The use of pronouns with these verbs, because it can happen that you need to put together a modal verb and a reflexive verb, for example, as lamentarsi. I was talking with one of my students about this today. So you have posso, io, and lamentarsi. If you don't know how reflexive verbs work, you can go back and watch the video that I put in the link down below. But in just a few words, you can put the reflexive pronoun either at the end of the infinitive verb, or you can put it before everything. So even before the modal verb. So I could say non posso lamentarmi. I can't complain. Or I could say non mi posso lamentare. And I used mi because mi is the reflexive for the first person singular. Stop. I think I'm gonna stop here for today. We are going to see the past tenses of these verbs another time. I don't want to make it too difficult for you. Your homework for today, you can write a little dialogue, 4 or 5 lines, using the modal verbs in Italian, of course. I will be, of course, more than happy to correct whatever you write down in the comments. And yeah, come sempre, grazie per aver guardato questo video, mettete mi piace, iscrivetevi e se siete nuovi e niente, noi ci vediamo nel prossimo. Ciao ragazzi! Have you ever had dried apricots? No? You should. It's like eating candy, just better.